Looks like it's time to do a YouTube video of me opening stuff, because apparently that's what's popular. And before I really rip into this, I'm trying to do this one-handed while holding my phone camera. If you're a Rockman enthusiast or just want general information, the Rockman Gear Up forums are an excellent source. I highly encourage you to join and contribute there and keep this little niche collectors group alive. This is not working. I don't understand why unboxing videos are so popular. Give myself a paper cut. Check this thing out. Okay, I got it open, and pretty standard fare Rockman, same size. This is the Dunlop reissue. Seems to be made of the same relative grade of plastic as the 80s units. We've got headphones in here of yet to be determined quality. Packaging, literature, warranty card. Sadly no longer goes to Scholl's Research and Development, but it's interesting they have all the original headphone units put on this thing. Quick guide. This looks like just a generic Dunlop sort of manual. Oh, you know what I don't have is a 9-volt battery. Might have to pop over to the store real quick and get me one. Okay, so the front panel is pretty straightforward. Bass input, auxiliary input, headphone output, mid boost, treble boost, and infinitely variable volume control, which is quite nice. The Rockman X100. They're both exactly the same size. The Ace is a different shade of blue, obviously. The input jacks on this are actually bolted to the little plastic faceplate, so that helps keep some of the load off the PCB. The other headphone units, as you can see here, those input jacks are just kind of sitting there, and they have a tendency over time for the solder pads to lift off and you get all kinds of issues and noises and whatnot. The other thing you'll notice is there's no blinky light or on and off switch on the bass Ace. It simply turns on when you plug into the input. These headphones are pretty cheap. It's cool they say Rockman on them, but the headband is made of plastic and they're actually quite small. I have to extend them all the way to fit them around my head, and I feel like I'm going to bust them in half every time I put them on. However, they do have the advantage over every other single set of headphones I've ever tried with my Rockman units. They're not ridiculously loud. Like every time I plug my KRK studio headphones into my X100, I feel like I'm going to blow my eardrums out. But these are actually fairly normal volume. Must be specifically dialed back for these units. They, of course, color the sound a whole ton, so I wouldn't ever recommend listening to music through them, but I guess they kind of function like a speaker cabinet plugged into your Rockman units and add a little bit of extra color to the sound. All in all, there are definitely better options out there if you're looking for a one-stop bass solution, just kind of plug in and go, especially now in the digital age of all sorts of fun software. You can just plug your bass straight into your computer and not have to worry about amps or batteries, all that stuff. So it is kind of a novelty item, but it is cool to have as part of a Rockman collection. Now, before we get into how this thing actually sounds, full disclaimer, I bought this thing like 11 years ago, and I know I have not changed the strings ever, so these strings are at least 11 years old. I know it's wired wrong because it buzzes unless I put my finger on the input jack. The knobs don't really do anything. So I guess you can assume that this is not a good example of good bass tone. But that said, I actually find the Rockman Bass Ace sound quite surprisingly good. I will definitely be using it in recording. So what I will do is go through every selector position on the bass and use the treble boost and mid boost individually in each position so you can get an idea. Start with just finger style. That's bridge pickup. treble boost, mid boost, now you'll notice a ton of nasty clipping when I'm playing fingers on the bridge pickup. I've tried adjusting these pickups, they don't exactly seem to be going anywhere. Middle pickup. Treble boost. Mid boost. Neck pickup. Treble boost. Mid boost. So if you're playing just finger style, neck pickup with the treble boost seems to be the most usable tone. Now, what I have found out is that all the pickups sound good with the treble boost and with a pick. So, bridge pickup. And you can hear it hitting the compressor pretty hard in there, so you kind of have to be a little careful with your technique. Both pickups. Neck pickup. I actually kind of like that sound a lot. Has a good kind of 80s rock rumble to it. Adding the mid boost with a pick is actually pretty good too. Middle. Bridge. All in all, I think picked in middle or neck are my favorite sounds. But overall, you know, these get a bad rap for being cheap and not that great, and I can definitely see where the shortcomings are. But, I mean, this is completely workable for if I wanted to record something. Middle boost. There you go. Bass ace.